A Florida man's attempt to steal items, including incredibly pricey statue items from Disney World, didn't play out so well. He got caught and had an interesting excuse. Now, David Emerson Proudfoot, great name, of Kissimmee, was seen by hotel security pushing a cart in Disney World's Swan Hotel while wearing an orange work vest and a Disney World name tag. So he disguised himself, he dressed as a worker over at Disney to proceed to steal things. Now, security guards who suspected something suspicious was taking place subsequently escorted Proudfoot to the Yacht Club Resort to retrieve his belongings, at which point Disney officials called law enforcement. Now, he ended up getting caught, of course, and he tried to explain to cops what the justification for the thefts were. Proudfoot allegedly told police he had a pending application with Walt Disney World Security and was only moving the R2-D2 replica, which by the way is worth $10,000, in an effort to show weaknesses in the security of the resorts, with the hope of landing a job at the resort. He also later admitted to breaking into 3 separate arcade machines at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, Boardwalk Resort, and the Grand Floridian Resort.
Wow, okay.
Cops didn't believe him, apparently, and he was arrested anyway on May 31st and was charged with 2 counts of grand theft, 1 count of petty theft. Petty theft, not petite, right? Petty theft, petite theft. 1 count of obstruction by false information and 1 count of scheming to defraud.
Yeah, so I love how bad this plan is, even if it's true. He's like, I'm gonna show the weaknesses in their security. What if they don't have the weaknesses and you just get caught?
No, but he knows, Cenk. He's an expert.
Okay.
He's an expert.
Well, that didn't go well.
Nope.
Okay, he was instantly caught. To be fair, he wasn't instantly caught though, because he had robbed 3 other places of Disney, which he later told him about.
Look at this guy, look at this guy.
He had this figured out. He had the weaknesses of the security figured out. But Proudfoot does say that he put in an application earlier with security. And you know what? Look, if he did, that I would take that into, I wouldn't let him go, right? But I would take that into consideration. I'd give him less of a sentence. Am I not merciful? Anna's not buying it at all.
Look, I don't really care, right? It's Disney World, and I think they have too much stuff anyway. So
that's not a great excuse.
I'm kidding.
Do you really need Donald and whoever that other duck is?
Do you really need that R2-D2 statue?
I mean, can't we just do with R1-D1?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Okay. No, I mean, look, that was a super goofy excuse, and I'm glad cops didn't buy it because the guy was trying to rob him, right? He was trying to steal those items, probably to sell it in the black market and make some money. Ain't no shame in your game. We know what you're doing here. There is actually a lot of shame in his game. No, but at least he had a plan of attack, right? Like, what is my plan should I get caught? Most criminals don't even think about that.
No, that's why I disagree with you. I think there's some chance he's telling the truth because you're saying that he
What is wrong with you?
Hold on. You're saying that he did an application ahead of time to be part of their security so that he would have an excuse if he got caught stealing. I wanna show the mugshot as exhibit A in my case, okay? And so I'm not saying, look, you can't tell everything. No, never had a plan, okay? This guy is not a master strategist who ahead of time put in the application to have an excuse.
Cenk, no one can confirm or deny that the application even exists.
Well, that's true.
Right?
That's why I said if it exists, then I would lessen the sentence because that guy is not a criminal mastermind.
I mean, yeah, he is a goofy looking mother. Let's just keep it 100. His mom is still cutting his hair.
Okay.
All right, putting that bowl on top of his head and then cutting that way. Like, he's fallen on tough times. I get it. When your mom is cutting your hair, you're struggling. So I kind of wish he got away with the R2-D2 statue.
Yeah. No, first, I have last 2 things to say about this picture. Number 1 is at least he didn't have to steal the goofy outfit. And number 2 is, show it one more time. I rest my case.
By the way, so petite crime is a thing in Florida. It's that wasn't a typo.
Oh, okay, like
it's a weird Florida thing, according to Kate Bettino, our producer. So I guess they were trying to be fancy. Florida law calls petty theft petite theft.
Because in Florida, it's slimmer, it's better looking.
Is it?
It's down on South Beach. It's oh, look at that petite theft. Nicely done.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.